Say it again. Happy birthday to you. Now what shall you do? You've got to celebrate. You've got to celebrate. I say happy birthday to you. And what shall you do? You're gonna celebrate. You're gonna celebrate. Yum. Yeah. Happy birthday to you guys. I do declare, clear. My goodness. A moment of silence for all of those who did not get a chance to celebrate with you guys today, and all of those who are, this number birthday, February 17th, in every way. Let's have a brief moment of silence, okay? Some of you guys lost a twin at birth, and my deepest condolences to you guys, because some of you guys still feel the essence of their worth, and has been with you since birth. My deepest condolences. I'm feeling that energy as well. Yeah. Let's have a brief moment of silence for those loved ones who did not make it to celebrate with you today. Anthony, Mary Lou, Mary Lou. I heard Mary Sue, and then I heard Sue. Okay. Joanne and Jan. Dixie. Okay. Dixie. Lila, and I heard Delilah. Frenchie. Tansy. Danya. Donzi is what I heard. Okay. Richard. Mullen. I said Mullen. Okay. Miracle. Preston. Theology. Jeffrey. Tiffany. Talonja. I heard Tamara. TT. I heard green. Greens and then green beans in little bits. Shawnee. Okay. Danny. I heard west side, south side. I heard New York, Asia. I heard Malaysia. Okay. Okay. Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. I heard something about Morse code. Okay, so somebody's nickname was Morris, or somebody named Morris, and we call it by Morse code. Okay. Or someone can be in the military. Shout out to all my military crew and all that you guys do. What these names they mean for you. I heard Anthony and Bridges, or Bridget. Bridges is what I heard. They go by Bridges, your Bridges. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So yeah, what those names they mean for you. And you guys, thank you, all the military crew, for all that you guys do. Okay, because, man, only the higher realms know what you and your family has to go through. Okay, and you guys are appreciated in a wholehearted way. All right? Yeah. Yeah, I can only, just verbalize it to say thank you for your service in a big way. Okay. Yeah, so you guys, this is your birthday today. Okay. Yeah. And like I said, I felt that energy. Somebody is part of like a twin dynamic. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you guys may know this. Some of you guys may not know this, right? But you should know this is what I think. But sometimes family, they operate different. They may not share this information to you unless you want to know your whole birth story. Somebody really eating tuna fish or something like that. Something fishy you guys want to have today, so you just want some tuna fish. Tuna fish sub. That's what I see. Subway tuna fish. Some of you guys gonna have tuna fish Subway. Oh my goodness, stop playing. And some of you guys, I don't know who this is, but like you guys, I'm seeing you put some, not actually seeing it, but asking for it to be prepared with Old Bay seasoning on it. The tuna fish sub with Old Bay seasoning on it. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. That's what you guys are eating for your birthday or wanting to eat for your birthday, and and it's coming out through the energy of you, whoever that applies to. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, happy birthday to you, and I'm glad that you guys are, a part of this channel, supporters, and I hope you guys are like, sharing, and subscribing. I hope you guys are not part of the people that's trying to hide my channel, because I think they're trying to hide my channel and just grab what they need and not like, share, or subscribe. But when I was told, a long time ago, that when you come somewhere like that and you don't give back, it's called shoplifting, whether it's spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, financial, whatever it is. It's called shoplifting. You have to get something back. You know how when somebody give you something, most people actually say thank you, and then others be like, okay, just put it right there. You be like, well, yes, it's called that, or don't feel bad when it happens to you. You know what I'm saying? If it happens to you, don't feel bad. In a marriage or in a dynamic where you with your kids or stuff like that, don't feel bad when it happens to you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why they say they know not what they do. By coming here and doing certain thing, or going there and doing certain thing and not giving back. Not the simplest thing to give back. It can happen to you in other areas of your life where it actually lack. So that's a fact. That's why people don't understand why they are getting what they're getting when they stalk people and do certain things and try to harm their channel or whatever like that. Then they want to go back to the man and have all his money and have all of his riches and be living a happy life. But it don't work that way, because it goes full circle. It's like you put it out, it's coming back. Oh yeah, it's coming back. And it will come back lifetimes for your A too. So it doesn't stop in this lifetime. And that's another thing, that people don't know, not what they do. It goes far and wide. From that type of energy, you cannot hide. All energy you cannot hide. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, you guys. About that, you guys. Yeah, I was listening for something. Bottom line is, yeah. So that is called, shoplifting. Whether it could happen, it's spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Those things really do happen. Or could happen. That's if you carry that type of energy within you guys. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and do those things to keep this positive vibe alive. I try to keep it as positive as I can. You know what I mean? The bottom line is this: you guys can't miss the fact that you really need to know, first of all, that you are the most important key to this whole divine plan on this beautiful divine planet Earth. Okay, the higher realms want you to know your worth since birth. Okay, yeah. The higher realms don't play about you guys in any way. So remember that. The higher realms said that word planet could be no other word than planet. All right? Why? So you guys can know day or night that you are planned. The last two letters of that word planet is ET, and that is simply so you guys will know how long it will be until the end of time. Okay? Or until the end of your timeline here, your Earth timeline here. All right? Yes, indeed. The higher realms ain't playing about you guys. You must take heed, okay? The higher realms need you guys to know that you guys, need to recognize that you really have been doing some footwork, okay? All right, you haven't been resting on your laurels in every way. You've been doing some spiritual footwork right here that's been really over the top suffice in every way. That's what I'm hearing. So a lot of you guys have been spiritually foot soldiers, and that's a good thing. Yeah. And the higher realms want you guys to know that all your life you've been living the ET life. All right? And what that means is E, executing low vibe energy, and T, transmuting it into high vibe energy. Because you guys are going to be high vibing no matter what. You heard me? Mm-hmm. That's right. You're going to be high vibing day or nights. You ever seen a sunny person day or nights? It could be the darkest dark, and they'll still be shining bright. That is you guys right now, day or night. That's how you're living. You've been living the ET life all your life. That's how you've been given it. Okay? That's why I say I don't want you guys to make the mistake and not like, share, and subscribe in any type of way. Okay? That's right. Did I stutter out of mother give you some butter? Okay. No, indeedy. Yeah, so you guys been living the ET life all your life. Some of you guys like to play basketball. Some of you guys like to watch basketball. Some of you guys really looked out for somebody who really owed a debt, and that really is messed up because they bet on a basketball game. So I'm fit, and I don't know when, I can't get you down to the exact date, but I just see you guys in this energy of, this was your fate of hanging out with this person and feeling the weight of what they were going through. So you guys had to show up and do what you do, which is help somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you paid their gambling debt. You know what I mean? That's what I see. And yeah, this is during your adulthood, and you guys know exactly when that was, with that, or if no, you guys are being commended for it, so it's already done. Yeah, so the higher realms is commending you for that, stepping in and making it, a fact, that person is not alone. So you really helped them in that area. But one thing about those gamblers, we got to be mindful that we don't be enablers, but you guys are being commended for what you do, okay? And the fact that you actually stayed true to yourself. So what I mean is you didn't hurt your wealth. You didn't harm your wealth. It was something that you were able to see that could, manifest that way financially, okay? That's what I'm seeing in a big way for you guys. Because I tell everybody, don't ever, lend money that you can't afford to give away. Why? Because you're setting yourself up for drama in every way. Like, come on, that even make no sense. You know what I mean? Do not lend out money that you can't ever give away. Why? Because at that time, you're too serious and you're not for play. Okay? You want that money back because you couldn't afford to give it out in the first place because you gave out a lack. Now, the true fact is when you give something, when you lend something, you know what I mean, that you can afford to give away, that's when you end up, spiritually okay. Spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially okay. All right? Yeah, because a lot of people end up bought that way. You know what I mean? You can buy a lot of people that way. They may say, let me borrow, but then guess what? Never pay it back. Never even think of you any kind of way. But guess what? You bought that person for that little bit of money on that day. You know what they're all about. Because the true person really going to be trying to give it back. You know what I mean? The true person ain't going to have it on their mind. That I have to put this back because this person really helped me out of a bind. Because it's going to be on their mind that you helped them out of a bind. But guess what? So therefore you just keep that in mind. So a lot of you guys, you're being commended for in the higher realms, for stepping up and living that ET life, because you guys saw the issue. Because that person could have got really hurt or physically hurt, by paying that. It's who they were dealing with. They didn't want them problems. You know what I'm saying? Send them, they're going to bet on a basketball game, and that's all. You don't even have the money. You know what I'm saying? For real. So you guys took that financial blow for them, and you guys are being commended for it in a big way in the higher realms, because no way I could have seen that. The higher realms just showed me that. Okay? So you guys, pat yourself on the back in a big way, because a lot of you guys are not, fools, and you're not aimlessly out here bumping your head and walking in the walls, even spiritual walls. You guys are really, down for the cause. A lot of you guys are, spiritually awakened, okay, in a big way is what I see. So the higher realms want you guys to, quite frankly, be that great person who you are meant to be. Okay? Yeah. Something is pushing you to have a meltdown today, but the higher realm said, no, don't do it. It's going to be A-okay. Okay? Something is pushing you to have a meltdown today. Okay? Something that's coming your way really wants you to have a meltdown today. And for a lot of you guys, it was something that you ordered, and it was supposed to come right on time, specifically blah 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 to the dot or whatever like that. So really don't have a meltdown, because no matter what, it's going to be okay. All right? The higher realms want you to know that. Don't have that meltdown on your beautiful day. Okay? Why? Because it's your day. All right? The higher realms want you to enjoy it in every way. All right? I can't make it up. That's why the higher realms want you guys to know that it's 2 days you don't ever have to worry about in life. That's yesterday and tomorrow. Why? Because yesterday is history, and tomorrow is a mystery. All right? Your day is too beautiful day today. You heard me? It's your day to play. So you guys, please recognize that the higher realms want you guys to be goal sealed in knowing that life is simply your soul's mission. It is not a competition. And yes, a lot of fools out there wishing. You may bump into that dressed up garbage can woman or man, always trying to do what they can to look like they have a plan and in their hand. However, they couldn't understand what a plan in hand really mean. Okay? And anyway, it's hilarious. But you guys may bump into that dressed up garbage can woman or man. All right? Yeah. And these people are in multi-dimensional levels of competition with you guys. It's neither here nor there for you to realize. But I'm just telling you guys, when you see them, these are this is their disguise, okay? You got that dressed up garbage can, man. It smell good, look good. Ooh. Look like they got it all together, but has not worked on the inside. All right? All right? And I'm talking inside. You know, that's why I love that movie Down to Earth. I love that guy when he say, you know what? You're a good person inside. Just stay inside. He was trying to say, don't. And it was funny. Anywho, yeah, Chris Rock played in that one. That's one of my favorite movies. Down to Earth. Yeah, so somebody's definitely reincarnated already in your family, in your love circle or something like that. One of you guys know that this person has already re-entered a different form, a different suit, for this lifetime. Some of you guys know that. Some of you guys say, yeah, oh, yeah. So, yeah, you guys already know it. You can tell in the shows. It's somebody that one of your loved ones or somebody that you guys intertwine with, and it could have been like an intimate, not innocent, intimate, younger relationship, but they passed too early in the past, and then they come back through your family. It's like a family member that reminds you of this person to the T, and you're like, wait a minute now, did you come back through my family? And it's weird because it's like that's what came through just now, the message of the reincarnation, and that's how he came back. But it's interesting. So the bottom line is, a lot of you guys, please recognize this guys that dressed up garbage can man with woman or man. All right, always trying to show up looking good and just don't have a really inside plan, They haven't worked on anything. Then you got that other one with that $500 hat on the 50-cent head. Always trying to recollect, or rethink or just think about who they're going to bed. Their mind is limited, warped. They don't have anything in there, you know what I mean? Like, not asking to the elevator go to the top. It's just empty. It's hollow there. That one. Yeah, the $500 hat on the 50-cent head, that one. Then you got that last one that you're going to bump into. It's so familiar to you. However, peculiar, very peculiar person with all those degrees, more than a thermometer. But they're always asking you, number 17, what should I do? And the only thing you can tell them is, please stay true to self. That's about it. So you guys are going to run into these people throughout your lifetime. These people are like I said, dimensional levels in competition with you. But it's neither here nor there. The higher realms just wanted you guys to be aware. Okay, why? Because life is your soul's mission. It's not a competition, even though they are wishing. Okay, the higher realms place something so beautiful and priceless inside of you. It is simply called your intuition. If you trust that intuition that's inside of you, you can begin to see without sight. All right? People still scratching their head trying to figure out how the blind man and woman can get around this whole earth, day or night, and get it right, and don't have to argue or fuss or fight. How about that? Yeah. So the higher realms said, well, please be aware, because the higher realms did not stop there. Not at all. The higher realms keeps that intuition spiritually tethered to this beautiful thing called your spiritual GPS, which is simply the guides, or simply God pointing you to your next level of step of origin. And that acronym for the word STEP is STEP, a solution to every problem. So you guys are born with this solution to every problem. You know what the problem was? You guys didn't know what the problem was. That's the only thing. You guys were born like a spiritual 9mm fully loaded 6-inch barrel, but not knowing which way to shoot. You have the STEP, the solution to every problem. The higher realm say, you got to put us down here because we got to be foot soldiers and sending this message out and what the problem is. The problem is you find people with that one finger out pointed away from them, and it's 3 fingers pointing back. And the higher realm said, now what is that? Okay, who you blaming today? Because if you got 1 finger pointing out and 3 pointing back, the majority rule. Yeah, that's why the higher realm say they work for food. You know what I mean? The fools and babies. You see what I'm saying? So, the higher realm want you guys to know that a problem is simply something that you create. Situations are things that happen. A problem is what you create. Situations are things that happen. You identify a problem because it's always a name attached to it, Hence, Houston, we have a problem. And when it's a situation, you normally hear like, what happened? What happened was, I can't wait to tell you, right? No name attached. Okay? Yeah. So, the higher realms want you to be aware of that most often so you can be fair about that. Okay? Be aware of that so you can be fair of that and know that the word enemy is just like it's pronounced. It is because it is enemy. The word enemy is just like it's pronounced. It's enemy. So the enemy is enemy. Did I start an automata give you some butter? No, indeedy, sweetie. The enemy is just like the word says. It's enemy. No one can ever hurt me more than I can hurt me. No one can harm me more than I can harm me. It's enemy. The higher realms, it said pay attention to the M-E. Because a lot of people go all over this world running from the M-E. They said, well, if I go over here, it'll be better. If I go over there, it'll be better. But guess what? They end up back where they started and having to do the work now on the M-E. Why? Because the enemy is enemy. Period. And that what brings you guys to these numbers, signs, and synchronicities. The higher realms want you guys to know that the higher realm speaks through all things, okay? Including numbers, signs, and synchronicities. And that's why the higher realms are speaking to you guys always through your birth date, expiration date, and all the little DNA codes in your body. Okay? That's what brings us to your beautiful number of birth today. Your 217. 217. You guys, let's give a moment of silence at 217 today and every day to say thank you for your breathing and your life in every way. At 217. That's you and the higher realms winking at each other. Yeah. That's me. That's who I be. Yeah. Why the 2, you say? Okay, because your month is 2. February is the month of number 2. So you guys need to identify that for you. And when the higher realms is speaking through that birthright of number 2, the higher realms is telling you that you are highly favored. Okay? If you don't believe me, look in that mirror and you'll see everything on your body that equate the number of 2. You got 2 feet. Yes, you do. You got 2 legs. Count them. 1, 2. You got 2 arms. 1, 2. And you got 2 eyes. But they're both the same size. See? That's why I say you guys are the prize. Please recognize, okay? Because you guys are highly favored in a beautiful way. Though, man, that 2 represents how much you guys pray too. And for those who are in the back that's saying, I don't pray, it's okay. The higher realm said you wouldn't be breathing in any type of way. All right. So you are a living prayer. All right. Those in the back that say, I don't pray, it's okay, because you are a living prayer, or else you wouldn't be breathing or sitting or standing there. All right? If you ever help somebody with no strings attached, just identify yourself as a living prayer. Somebody prayed for people to have a boy or a girl. Somebody got together and said, well, let us pray for them to have a baby, girl or boy, or twins. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they pray for that. So be aware when you're screaming like, I don't pray. That's okay, because you're a living prayer. Let's get that one straight right there. Okay? Yeah. And you guys need to know that a lot of you guys pray wherever you go, those number 2s. So you guys need to know that just as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, hence your number 2, 2 hands. You see that? Yeah. Just as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, the higher realm said, guess what? Whatever you're praying for is already right there. Not only are you winking about this 217, but you guys are really smiling and gleaming in that visual when you pray for something. Remember how you pray and you see what it is that you're praying for? Well, you're not the only one that see it. The higher realms put that vision there for you to see it. Okay? So a lot of you guys are not praying alone. You're praying with all the angels, the ancestors, your spirit guides, your archangels. Oh, wow. It's going down. You heard me? In prayer time. Some of you guys feel it and know that it's there. Well, I just, sharing that information with you guys because the higher realms want you to realize that you are not alone. All right, just as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, the higher realm said whatever you're praying for is already right there. Right there. You're praying for something in the spiritual realm to physically materialize in this realm. You hear me? That part. So, a lot of you guys need to know with this birthright number 1. You see that 1 in front of that 7? Yeah, so that number 1 is simply profound because it has a history to it. As sure as the distance between, 2 dots is 1 straight line. The higher realms said that number 1 never came to mind to be a number. Okay? The number 1 was never meant to be a number. Okay? Why? Because numbers are meant to be plural in that way. Okay? Yeah, numbers are meant to be plural. So that number 1 represents God, the Alpha, the beginning. All right? A lot of you guys need to recognize that you are alpha males and alpha females from the beginning. And you have that God-like energy. And I'm going to break it down to you guys. And some of you guys don't even recognize how cool you are. A lot of you guys really be praised for giving out good directions. Man, you give out good direction. Thank you. When somebody did something exquisite, they had to come back and get you a card or get you something to say thank you for giving those good directions. Somebody had to come back to you and tell you that because of who you are in that God number 1 energy, which is good oily direction synergy that's inside of you guys. A lot of you guys don't recognize why you are so sporadically creative. You know what I mean? How you can just, boom, create something like that. It's simply because of that God energy inside of you guys, which is a lot of you guys, be hit with that gift of desperation. Some of you guys be like, I want to fix this situation. I want to make this right. And next thing you know, you done created something on site just like that because of that God energy. That gift of desperation sparks a profound level of creation for you guys. And you guys create something that's a real profound sensation. So a lot of you guys are creatives. Yeah. And a lot of you guys need to recognize that you have that God energy inside of you because you refuse to sit around in some mess and lay around and be in the energy of depressed. Why? because of that God energy. A lot of you guys choose gratitude over depression. That is your selection. My beautiful, handsome number 17 said, I am not wallowing in no depressed mess. I choose that God energy that's inside of me, which is gratitude over depression. That is my soul selection. Check, correction. All right. You guys also need to recognize the funny one, because a lot of you guys freeze people out and don't even know you freeze your people out. You be opening your windows in your cars and windows in the house, and a lot of you guys really be gone a lot. You don't even like grass to grow under your feet. So a lot of you guys, you move around more than the average Joe. And what that comes from is that God energy that's inside of you guys, which is simply that great outdoors. A lot of you guys love the great outdoors. You be gone. You hear me? And that the rest of that number one energy is all about your alpha energy. A lot of you guys may be the last of the Mohicans, of your family members, of your friends, of your select few that you hang with, that's your crew. A lot of you guys may be the last of the Mohegan to get married, or match with a mate too, because of that alpha strong energy that you guys carry inside of you. Okay? So that's your number one birthright in every way. So because you guys have that 2 and 1, I have to add the 2 and the 1, which equals the number 3. So a lot of you guys, your numbers is like, I can't avoid that 3. I have to acknowledge the 3, because 2 and 1 equals 3. And a lot of you guys need to know that you're heavily connected to that Trinity energy, which is mind, body, and spirit energy, inspiration, manifestation, and creation. Some people say Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Some people say Mother, Father, Son. It does not matter, because you are the one. You are the one with that number 3, which is a master manifestors type energy. So a lot of you guys have to realize all the time what you're thinking. A lot of you guys, your thinking have to be positive. Why? Because master manifester, much to your surprise, whatever you think it can instantaneously materialize. A lot of you guys can't be like them other people running around talking about what came first, the chicken or the egg, when it truly was a thought. You have to be mindful of what you guys are thinking. I'm telling you guys, because I'm going to give you an example. A lot of you guys can be sitting around just jibber-jabbing about, what about, and you name somebody, what about Timmy and them and Lucy and all them, and all of a sudden all of them ride by in different cars. And you guys say, wait a minute. Speak of the devil. That's not speak of the devil. That is because you are a master manifester. You manifested that energy. And that's just one example to be clear with you guys. And a lot of you guys need to know that all your life you have manifested yourself to be at 3 places at one time. You heard it right. To be at 3 places at one time. You guys have manifested yourself to be at 3 places at one time. A lot of you guys have found yourself in this beautiful timeline at the right place at the right time with the right stuff. And for anybody average, that is tough, okay? I can't make it up in a big way. Like I say, you guys can compare stories and understand that that's powerful energy, that number 3. That's some powerful energy, that number 3, okay? You can compare books or journals with somebody one day and be like, yeah, what? Okay, so you went over there? Yeah, but when I went over there, it was closed. That's what they're going to say. When I was there, they were closed for weeks at a time. And they told me, come back, whatever. You go in there, and they like, yeah, we stayed open late tonight for some reason. We come on in. You go somewhere, it's already open. You compare stories, you'd be like, what in the world? Yeah, because you are that number 3 birthright, okay? In a big way. I have to tell you your other number that's hidden too, and it's this 1 in front of this 7. So I have to take 1 away from 7, which is 6. So a lot of you guys really resonate with that number 6, and a lot of you guys carry that energy. So that means a lot of you guys be getting, a lot of distractions, okay? Because that number 6 come with distractions in a hefty way. And the higher realms is telling you through that number 6 birthright that you shall persevere as long as you do not get distracted. So a lot of you guys neither look nor to the left nor to the right. Just recognize that, you don't have to fight, all right? Just do not get distracted, because the higher realms told me through my meditations that distractions are sent simply to dis your actions. Hence the word distractions, okay? You guys, this number 7 is your birthright, because in a big way, yeah, the higher realms say you guys are heavily connected to the 7th dimensional level of heaven, which means that a lot of you guys have patience for people that people would never have patience for. Some of you guys, people be saying, come on, man, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You're too patient with these people, man. I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't, and all that, what they say. But the bottom line is they don't understand your numbers in that way. Your number 7 says you guys have a lot of patience, that at the right time when it's necessarily needed, you find yourself being extra patient with certain people because of that connection to that 7th dimensional level of heaven. You can't be like that with everybody, of course not. But I'm saying it's like a certain thing where you guys have to be pulled away from people, like, you know what I mean? That's what they say. Come on, because of that 7th dimensional level of heaven that you guys are heavily connected to. All right? And the number 7, the higher realms, is telling you guys you will overcome all of these obstacles and realize success, because the angels are happy with the choices you've made in your physical form along your spiritual journey. Okay? A lot of you guys need to understand that way, because a lot of you guys need to recognize that your number 7, when the higher realms is speaking through that number 7, the higher realms is also telling you guys to get your birthright number of rest. Okay, add that 1 plus 7 equals 8. You guys need 8 hours of rest. If you can't do that, just do your best and get that 7. The high realms are saying that because of the 7, the Sabbath day. Okay, the 7 represents the Sabbath day. So the high realms are saying, please get your rest so you can be okay. Because no matter what, people need to recognize that the body, when it sleeps, the body rests, but the spirit does not rest. So that's why some people, they go to sleep and they wake up more tired than they ever was when they went to sleep, because they haven't found that balance. So the higher realms want you to get your rest so you can be at your soul's best, so your soul's level of best, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So you guys, we have to add them all up and see what your birthright numbers are, and that's 2 plus 1 plus 7. So that equals the number 10. Yeah, my goodness. Now it makes a lot of sense. Wow. So a lot of you guys are simply a 10. If anybody ever called you a 10, you didn't even know they had that spiritual connection within. They said, maybe you a 10. Some of you guys have been called that all the time, not even knowing that that's your birthright. The full number with that number 10. And that's profound, because remember I told you that number 1 was never meant to be a number, and it represents God, the Alpha, the beginning, okay? Well, that 0 represents God, the Alpha and the end, okay? It represents God, the Alpha and the end, okay? So a lot of you guys, the higher realms is telling you, because you are birthright number 10, that the higher realms is rocking with you guys from the beginning till the end, full circle, all right? And that number 10, the higher realm speaks loud and clear when the higher realm said, please move forward with confidence, because the higher realms is with you from the beginning till the end, because you are birthright number 10. Powerful. What I heard is a lot of you guys can, I don't know if you noticed this, but some of you guys throughout your lifetime. You know, some people get that 20 minutes of meditation. Some people really get that 30 minutes. But for some reason, you guys been able to get a lot of 10-minute part meditations. You know, you get a lot of 10-minute, and something about that 10-minute that you guys can, benefit from a lot of times when you take that 10 minutes of spiritual check-in meditation. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, I see what you guys are doing. You guys are you guys are really working it out. A lot of you guys are really deep forking. A lot of you guys are, doing that intent thing. You guys are holding the intent for like 17 seconds or 14 seconds or 17 seconds or something like that. You guys are, let me see. Yeah, a lot of you guys are holding that intent, and you're getting stronger and stronger with placing your intentions on things. This is really cool. A lot of you guys are laser focused on your independence, and you're focused on your intent. Like, what I mean, like, you guys are manifesting heavy, and it's looking good here. Okay, it's looking really good. You guys have taken this life personal to do this. A lot of you guys got real serious about manifesting and putting your intent in situations. And you guys like, listen, I could take it or leave it about this love and hugging and lovey stuff. You can take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You would like to hold on to somebody, but you can take it or leave it, sweetheart. That's the way it is. And you guys are speaking the truth, and that's from the heart. You can take it or leave the little huggy hugs, because your strength is in what you guys are focused on, which is your pure independence. And okay, shmoney, some of you guys definitely shmoney, but your pure independence and your intentions. You guys are focusing on your intentions. You're not for no gain. You're not. And what I see, you guys are manifesting things at a real fast rate. You guys are doing great. You're manifesting at a real powerful rate. That's crazy. Yeah. People can either love or hate you for it. I heard tenacious, before I could even get here. This is tenacious. You guys are tenacious here. Yeah. And it's crazy because no matter what somebody already said to you, because they already said things behind your back and your face, around the corner, right? They already hit the up your back and around your neck, woo-ha, got you. You got them all in check, because you guys have realized that you guys are harnessing in. And this journey was like, I feel like your spirit is like an army person. Shout out to those military crew, because only the higher realms know what you guys go through. I feel like, you guys army with it, because it's a lot of hurt and pain that you guys had to heal from here, which is definitely a part of your personal journey, of course. Your journey is this, of course, because you guys had the power to change it. Because, like I said, all of those things and those numbers that we spoke on is right here before me. It's showing me through the cards as well. You guys are learning how to follow your intuition. What feel you following that gut, intuition. You're following it, and that's a good thing. You're letting it guide you. You guys are powerful right now. You guys, and it wasn't easy getting here. I'm going to tell you that. It was not easy getting here. Okay? You guys manifested a spiritual portal, a whole spiritual door. Yeah. Through gratitude and change, This is interesting. A lot of you guys are very, very equipped spiritually to get this job done. A lot of you guys really came through here. A lot of a lot of pain and turmoil that you guys had to grow through is what I see. A lot of rivalry, conflict. You know what I'm saying? People that was just whatever. And I kept hearing tenacious, you know. So a lot of egos was going after you guys. A lot of these egotistical, radical fools or whatever like that. You know, but you guys chose gratitude and you ain't really getting the grind with them. You know, some of you guys materialized manifested everything being okay in a beautiful way. A lot of you guys can love on yourself now. A lot of you guys have risen to a real strong king or queen. That's your energy. And you're not playing. You will say it and you take it to heart. You know, all that you've grown through, it was made just for you. You guys are not playing today. A lot of you guys, your star chakra is activated. That's above the crown chakra. That's surpassing the level of, being able to take direction from your higher self. You guys are on some real spiritual wealth, okay? That's what I see here. You guys are not about playing. Your star chakra is truly activated. Man, somebody come at you, they better come right, because you guys are, you're very light, because you're not taking on this anymore. You've already surpassed that level, because your strength is in your strength is in the fact that you guys can manifest so hard that your intent is very strong. You did a great deal of working that. A lot of you guys, let me just put it this way, you have turned all of your difficulties into blessings. If not all, it's like a heck of a majority of them. And that's what you guys are manifesting and focusing on, and getting your power up and really being stronger in such a way that everything is A-okay. A lot of you guys hug yourself until you can hug someone else. That's what's happening here. But you hug yourself real sincere, And that's another thing, man. When people out there giving people hugs, it's not sincere, that part. Because they haven't hugged themselves in a beautiful way, where it's sincere at all. You guys are feeling okay. All that you feel is okay, because you guys are holding yourself. You guys have learned to hold yourself down. Yeah. The worry down, anger and feelings, that anxiety and rejection. Oh, well, you guys know how to work that. All that was for you guys to expand your higher self. All of this, all that you guys went through, all that anxiety, fear, all that stuff went through for your soul to expand. All that you went through at this personal journey, and I know you're grateful for it because I can see it. Man, all that you guys experienced it was simply because all that overwhelmed you for a reason, for your souls to expand to a higher level. And now you guys have surpassed the higher level at the star chakra level. You guys are at the star chakra level, and now it's deep. This is really deep. You guys, this is amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody better get out your way, because you guys are heavily focused. If you guys got a platform, somebody is grateful for your platform. You know what I'm saying? And they know that you don't play about your platform. Yeah, you got a lot of those other people that's really not appreciating what you have to offer. Is because of your personal journey. And yes, you had that. And what hurts the most is a lot of you guys had your significant other like that too. It was a significant other that was a part of you, or someone that was a part of you that was also I'm gonna say be friggled at how powerful you do and what you do, and how you guys have taken your personal journey to a real level, oh man, of strength and solidarity, and how you guys validate yourself. See, a lot of people you guys don't look like anyone else. This is really a unique personal journey that only you guys could go through. And this is beautiful. So I see a lot of you guys really walking a walk and not just talking a talk. And you walking a walk even though people are, they the H word, even though people were in competition with you guys. I'm talking heavy competition. Yeah. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. A lot of fire. A lot of fire here. Yeah, a lot of fire here. Okay. Yeah, but nevertheless, you guys are doing great. You guys are setting your intent and everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm really shocked because a lot of you guys are very much clear on what you do, and you don't, it's not that you have the action behind it, but you'll say it and you mean it, and it's really heartfelt. People are feeling where you are, and they know what you mean when you're not playing. You guys are not playing. They can bring it if they want to, but they're going to know that you're not playing because you're not about play. Your intentions are set, and it's guaranteed to be okay. And it's only because you guys have persevered using gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. A lot of you guys persevered because of the gratitude. The attitude of gratitude really gets you far, and it got you guys paid. A lot of you guys got paid. A lot of you guys getting paid like I don't know what from a platform. Some of you guys are getting paid. And a lot of you guys are thankful. And you're glad you did this. And you're glad you held on to yourself. You're glad you invested in yourself this way. And you guys, you're really happy that you tapped into your inner self, your inner strength. Because I'm telling you, man, a lot of you guys went through this real army-like personal spiritual journey where it was nothing but battles. The people that you love battling you, the people that's supposed to love you battling you. And all you can do is shine through with gratitude and know that you had to do what you had to do. I like this right here. Kudos to you.